The new way to write your nonfiction book and why nothing has worked right in the past. It's because most writing advice starts with just start writing. And while that is new and that's good, that is often why most books don't get finished. You might sit down, you start to free write, you start to dump maybe your 20 years of experience into a book. It feels really good for a few days. Then life gets busy, you kind of lose the thread, it's hard to jump back in, and then your draft just sits there. Does that sound familiar? 6 months later, maybe you open up that document and you're like, I'm at chapter 1 and I still don't know how I'm going to get from here to the end. If this sounds familiar to you, I want you to know that you are exactly where you need to be. And as frustrating as that might be, there are other ways to kind of help you get started that don't just involve jumping straight in and feeling like you need to write 50,000, 70,000 words and feel discouraged when you don't get there right away. Mapping your nonfiction book starts before you even put a single word on the page. You need to define your why, and you need to understand who your reader is, and you need to understand how they are going to consume the content you're going to present, because ultimately your book is there to create impact in the world. So you clarify the core purpose of your book, build a chapter by chapter structure so it also becomes easier to understand how you get from those first words onto the page to the end with a clear North Star. That means that every time you sit down to write, you know exactly what you're building towards and why. An author I know that's been writing a really impactful book, her name is Nikki, and she took this course wanting to write a book someday. She left the course with a map that was so clear that made someday today that she was actually getting started. And she said this in her own words: I've gone from being the person who wanted to write a book to a person who is writing a book. And that's a powerful distinction because we can often get so stuck when we aren't getting those words flowing. If you're interested in getting that clarity, getting your North Star in place, and having that plan in front of you to help complete writing your book now and not someday in the future, check out the Mapping Your Nonfiction class. It is just 4 modules. It is self-paced. You get lifetime access, and I am there to guide you every step of the way. So if your book has been waiting long enough and it's time to kind of your expertise out into a book, you can head to the link in bio to enroll now.